Look at them try to explain the consent logic. Like they can't really. It's you need to be asking me for consent. You gotta get my permission first. But oh wait, a spontaneous kiss. I like that. Okay, explain how the man gets consent. Explain all of it.
I think that you know in the moment it's not a.
You know in the no, you don't know because retroactive consent.
Bruh.
How many men are doing jail time right now for retroactive consent?
Bruh.
How many men got kicked out of college campuses for retroactive consent? And all it takes is one allegation, and that's your ass. One allegation, boys. That's the only chance you get is you gotta know. You just gotta know. That's it. You can feel it in the air. It's a vibe. It's such a Pisces.
Bruh.
All right, let's get it started, boys. What we got here? This one's titled Communication Breakdown, Rules of Modern Dating. It's complicated.
After getting a girl's number, how long is too long to wait and how soon is too soon to call?
Personally, I think that's completely up to you and how you feel that conversation went.
Do you prefer that they text or call when they first contact you?
Text. Please don't call me right away. I won't answer.
Why is that?
Because it's just too much pressure. Just text me.
Do you prefer that they text or call when they first
Bruh.
contact you?
Text. I think a call is kind of creepy.
Have you ever been ghosted?
What is going on? Why? Why is this so normalized, dude? This isn't somebody ugly. Why would you do this to yourself? Look at this, man. That's cheapening your value. Where are the parents?
Contact you.
Text. I think a call is kind of creepy.
Have you ever been ghosted before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever ghosted somebody before, and if so, why?
Yes.
They were too persistent.
Yeah. Lose interest.
Why do some people flake rather than let someone know they're not interested?
They feel bad.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it worse?
Yeah, and by the way, on the whole, a call is too much pressure. This is how awkward generations have gotten today. A phone call makes people nervous. That's too intimate for people after you've already met and asked for their number. If you don't text to date and you call instead, you may actually ruin your own chances with women today because they're so emotionally just gone in la la land, dude. It's please don't.
You're a pussy.
Just take me to a coffee date or spend money on me. But if you try to be intimate and get to know me over the phone and call me and have an actual conversation, you're going to creep me out. I'm going to get weirded out. That's too much, too soon. And it's basically this.
Emotional damage.
To lead somebody on?
Yes.
Yes, it is. I think I think you feel bad at the moment. You feel guilty and you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So you're just like, eh.
Why do some women give out and even offer up their number, but then ghost you when you contact them?
I don't know. I do it all the time. I'm not gonna lie. So maybe they kind of had good intentions and they kind of wanted to talk to you, but you weren't just that. You just weren't that interesting. Maybe I don't know. I don't know why I do it. So
She doesn't know why she ghosts people. She doesn't know why she gives her number out. I mean, look, red flags everywhere. The reason she gives her number out and ghosts guys is because she loves the attention in the moment that guys give her. All the drinks she gets, money, things, whatever it is. She leads men on, okay? The reason she leads men on is because she loves the attention. This is the end-all be-all for them. And it's tied to their self-esteem. If they don't get this attention, dude, literally their night is ruined. It's like all of this that you see, the tattoos, is for attention. Screams, give me attention. How much more extreme can I get with my look to get attention? I'm surprised she doesn't have face tats, bro. That's the next step for her in the next year or so. I'm surprised. She probably already thought about a face tat or two.
I don't know.
Have you ever been ghosted before?
Yes. Yes, she has.
I don't think so.
Why do some women give out and even offer their phone number, but then ghost you when you contact them?
They like the attention.
How should a man know if a girl genuinely likes him or if
Told
she just
ya.
wants attention?
Ask.
Is she showing interest in things that you're interested in? Asking you questions about yourself? Or is she just talking about herself and waiting for you to ask more questions about her?
Do you get
That's an important distinction to make too. If a woman's actually interested in you, she'll try to carry the conversation. She'll ask you about you and she will listen and pick up where you leave off mid-conversation when there's a lull. And this works for anybody, dude. When you're trying to make a conversation with a man or a woman, doesn't matter, out in the street, wherever, at a coffee shop, if nobody's giving you anything while you're conversing with them, they're not interested. Don't bother trying to carry a conversation, dude. Just say, all right, cool. Well, hopefully you have a nice day. Goodbye. And that's it. Don't waste your time.
Gauge a man's level of interest whether he asks for your Instagram versus your phone number.
Not anymore.
Yes.
Why?
Quality over quantity.
I think that's kind of like slutty to ask for your Instagram and not your phone number. Maybe.
Really? Okay.
A little bit.
Why?
What if he asked for your OnlyFans? Would that be sluttier?
That's definitely sluttier.
Okay. Have you ever ghosted somebody, and if so, why?
Yes.
Nobody gives out their numbers anymore, guys. That's kind of a weird thing to do. Calling them on the first date puts too much pressure on them. But asking for a Snapchat or an Instagram is the way people get it in these days. It's very low effort, low investment. It's just, hey, let me get your Instagram. Millions of people can see your profile. It's public. You thirst trap on there. You're going to look good, right? A phone number doesn't give you any of this information. You can just hop in my DMs whenever. It's very low effort and it's a safe, well, if I'm not interested in him, I'll just ignore him. But if you have my phone number, that's an extra step of like, damn, dude, I got to block him off my phone number now. This guy has my private number. Maybe look people up with it. Get information, because for some reason it's far more intimate. A phone number is used for your only very like close friends or family to speak to.
Why? 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 Why, oh God, fucking why?
Weird, I know. It makes no sense, dude. You can find out far more about a person through their Instagram and Snapchat and all the crazy shit they're posting that they want to keep secret from family. But to hand out a phone number is so weird for a bunch of young people today.
Because I wasn't interested, and then he kept texting me, and I felt bad, so I told him I wasn't interested anymore.
How should a man know if a woman is playing hard to get or if she's just not interested?
She doesn't text you. She doesn't call you. She does not return your call.
Perfect.
She's not texting you, dude.
Men, that's the one thing men don't understand is when a woman's not interested, they don't get that point. They don't see it. They just continue to do it. So if a woman is short answered, you can just tell by the answer she gives you, yeah, yes, okay, sure, you know she's not interested. If she gives you in-depth questions and answers with detail and information, then she's interested in you.
We gotta know you before we hang out with you. We can't just. It's hard for women. A lot of men are creeps, weirdos, want you just for one reason. Like, you gotta be protected for a woman.
But how are you going to get to know somebody if you don't communicate with them?
We can text. You said texting, right? You said
Well, right, but aren't you going to get a better communication if you actually talk to them instead of text?
maybe one date. Maybe one date.
If women are always talking about needing
They don't know what they want. So you see what I mean? Taking fishing advice from a fish. Futile attempt.
vibes in order to have a connection, why would any
And it's so stupid. She said we can text, but I guarantee you the Chad, the guy she's really interested in, she's not interested in just texting him. She wants to meet him. She wants to hang out with him. She wants his time. You, the chump, texting her to get to know her, bro, is the driest shit ever. You make no emotional attachment texting somebody. Texting should be reserved for logistics only. Don't text them for anything else. But when are we meeting? What time? The plans we're making, coming to pick you up. What's your address, or are we meeting at the place? That's it. You do a little bit of push and pull through text just to, hey, what are you doing today? Can't wait for whatever, right? To confirm to yourself that she's still interested in making it and you're not getting flaked on. And that's really it, dude. Just confirm that she's still on for the date for that night. If you push it out a few days, like say you meet a girl Wednesday and you tell her, let's do something Friday. You may do a Thursday or a Friday morning text, start a little conversation, push and pull, a joke here just to find out she's still meeting you and it's all good. That's it though. And then just say, cool, I'm going to work. I'll talk to you right before I come pick you up or when we take off to wherever spot you decide to go to. That's it, dude. Don't do anything more than that. You'll either text yourself out of pussy, you'll seem needy, you may text her too much, you may come across as having low value. You can text your way out of pussy way too easy. Slow it down. Keep it the Mr. Mysterious Man kind of look. Only text logistically, boys. That's it.
of them want to know somebody through a device?
That's a good question because you know what? On social media, you can like portray a certain vibe and it's actually not your energy at all.
If they want to get a vibration from someone, you need to be in their area. You need to feel them. You need to see them. You need to see how they react, their gestures. Like I might say yeah, but in real life, I might say yeah with the big giant smile on my face, do something else, which makes me different from other people instead of saying yeah.
If women are always talking about needing vibes in order to have a connection, why would any of them want to get to know somebody through a device?
Because people are busy.
Are you too busy to find love, or do you make time for what's important?
Both.
Other than work, is being busy an acceptable excuse for blowing somebody off?
No.
Other than work, is being busy an acceptable excuse for blowing somebody off?
If you're not interested, then.
If your celebrity crush came to town and wanted to see you, wouldn't you cancel some shit?
Yeah. John Cena, Justin Bieber, I'm in Las Vegas, please.
If your celebrity crush came to town and wanted to see you, wouldn't you make time to see him?
Oh, most definitely.
So then isn't it true?
Celebrity. It's different.
Well, is it?
If you really like somebody, you're gonna make time to see them. Like if you don't, then you're gonna obviously like, oh yeah, we could do that another day.
So would you say that women make rules for the wrong guy and break rules for the right guy?
Yes.
Does persistence pay off, or does it?
Do you see? Alpha fucks beta bucks. It's real. If you're getting put through the ringer, if she's making you jump through hoops just to talk to her, just to get a conversation going, to finally take her out, you're not the guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Drop her like a hot fucking potato. Take off, dude. Find another woman that shows interest in you. You're wasting your time. They're telling on themselves, man. This is stuff men have been telling in this space for years. A woman that shows interest will do everything she can to hang out with you. She will make time for you. A woman that doesn't give a shit or isn't that interested can't be bothered, bro. You have to catch her at the right time, bored. 10 other dudes already blew her off that she really wanted to go see, and then she'll go see you. And you know what your name will be in her phone? Foodie call boy. Bruh. You're the 10th dude in line that finally got to her because the other one she really wanted didn't want her. Bruh. Come on, man.
To become annoying.
I think 2 to 3 times nudging, and anything more, you're being annoying.
How should a man know if a woman is playing hard to get or if she's just not interested?
Playing hard to get, she'll still respond, but she won't make the bold first move.
Why do some people flake rather than let someone know they're not interested?
They either don't care enough to be honest, or maybe, that.
Because we're trying to be polite, and I don't know. It's weird, right? I just give the wrong number.
But isn't it more polite to just tell someone you're not interested and waste their time and leave them on?
Yeah.
Why do some people flake rather than let someone know they're not interested?
Fear of confrontation.
Is it possible to have confrontation without hostility?
Yes, yeah, 100%. You can have a argument with someone that's an educated argument where you give both your point of views without hostility or violence, yeah.
You in a relationship, there's a healthy way to communicate. You want to confront somebody, there's a way to talk to people. You got to come with love, not with hate.
Is it possible to have confrontation without hostility?
Yes.
I've spoken to many women who say they avoid confrontation. Isn't confrontation part of communication?
It is.
Yes. Yes. Confrontation is a part of communication.
So then wouldn't that mean that a lot of women just avoid communication because they're afraid of confrontation?
I think some women are afraid of confrontation. I'll admit that. Like, they do avoid communication. But I feel like it's also you have to come at it at the right way.
You need to be ready to confirm something, because if you're not ready and you're
Take the goddamn mic away from these two.
gonna confirm that shit, you're not gonna be able to eat for a couple days. You're gonna be sick.
To some people, confrontation is an argument, and to some people,
dude, we're using food analogies, eh?
Right way.
You need to be ready to confirm something, because if you're not ready and you're gonna confirm that shit, you're not gonna be able to eat for a couple days. You're gonna be sick.
to some people, confrontation is an argument, and to some people, confrontation is conflicting opinions, and they're talking about it. So it's person-to-person basis.
Was there anything in your life you had to confront that you didn't want to, and if so, what was it?
I had to confront the fact that sometimes you need to learn to view your ego and set it aside.
Like, I can disagree. I could be a Democrat, you could be a Republican. We can disagree on certain things, but we can still be friends if you guys are adults. You know what I mean? You guys are adults and you understand it's just different opinions, not something to take serious and personal. Yeah.
Who is better at communication, men or women?
Women.
Oh, hell no!
Women
are better at communication.
Women, yeah, for sure. Men don't give too much details, and women like to go into very much detail. So I feel like women get better detailed.
If men are
What?
What the So that makes you better at communicating because you can just fill an entire story with fucking mumbo jumbo words? Or does it make you a better communicator if you can get an entire story out in the least amount of words possible with all the relevant facts needed for said story? Guys, I'm disappointed in this guy.
That nigga's tripping.
worse at communication, why do so many women expect men to read their body language rather than just be direct?
Women expect a lot of things from men that men aren't capable of doing.
I mean, if your girl is like, say she's in a bad mood and like how
you should be able to tell.
Right, you should be able to tell that she's in a bad mood. You shouldn't be all like trying to fuck with her and shit.
We don't know how to communicate sometimes, you know. We say, yeah, I'm fine, but that means like, you know.
So then how are women better at communication?
Because men don't communicate, so.
Women, for sure.
If men are worse at communication, why do so many women expect men to read their body language rather than just be direct?
Oh my God. I don't know.
Are men expected to be mind readers?
Yes.
Is there a difference between what women say that they want in a relationship and what they actually respond to?
Absolutely.
Yep.
If so, how are women better at communication?
We're not.
But you just said that they were.
I lied. Clearly, I'm not communicating well. Duh.
Oh my days! Allow it! Don't chat to me! You said what?
I lied.
Some women don't know what they actually want, and they have an opinion based off of the broad general media. And so that's what they think they want, but then when it's given to them, they don't receive it because it's not what their heart actually wants.
Is there a difference between what women say that they want in a relationship and what they actually respond to?
Yeah, we have so many emotions.
So then how are women better at communication?
Because we're here. We have that third fucking eye that you don't have. So you're supposed to be able to read our whole intuition, everything, our body movement, everything. If you can't connect with me like here, right here.
So if there was one thing that you wish men understood better about women, what would that be?
Communication.
And if there was one thing you wish women understood better about men, what would that be?
Communication.
If communication is so important, why do so many people prefer texting over talking, socializing in places where it's too loud to have a conversation, don't engage with their environment, and don't give their undivided attention?
Because people are afraid, I think, to be judged. So if there's a lot of things going around them, the person's not fully concentrated on them and what they're saying, but, you know, kind of listening to the music in the background, listening to the other conversations. So I feel like texting and social media like that, like the media and internet kind of got rid of what it is to be kind of human and just, you know, walk into your friend's house and seeing if they're home. Instead, now you could just text them, hey, are you home? And they don't reply, they're not home. It's just, it's harder now, like, especially now that we have so much information available to us, everyone became lazier because they could just pull their phone out at home and do whatever they need to instead of going out and doing the research for themselves. Like,
would you prefer somebody text LOL or actually hear their laughter?
Hear their laughter. I don't even use LOL, yeah.
Because people don't like addressing the situation up front. They rather be behind the screen. They really just rather be behind the screen than talking up front because you can text something and then if it sounds bad, you can delete it and take it back. You can't take shit back when you say it in person. That shit's sticking with you forever.
Social media really changed the world. Some people come from a small neighborhood. They don't really have people around them. They don't have friends. So they don't know how to communicate verbally with words and sounds. So they have to communicate the words through text because it's easier. They can really say what they want to say with no, I guess they feel like there's no comeback from that. Like you really can't do nothing. They just use a text.
Yeah, people are just awkward, man, and they got enough time to write out their thoughts through text. It's like the least amount of engagement possible. When you're in front of somebody, they may be nervous. They may be whatever emotion they're feeling, right? Whether they're attracted to you or not, or you intimidate them or not, and people start to and don't know what to say, butterflies in their stomach turning and all this other stuff. On text, dude, there's nothing. There's no connection there. It's just your phone. And you can reply in 1 minute or an hour or 10 hours. But when you're speaking face to face with somebody and they stop talking, it's your turn to start talking and saying something. Most people's brains are fucking mush from social media. They don't know what to say when somebody stops talking and A few seconds of silence goes by and they go, oh God, I don't want to be awkward. I don't know what to say. Oh, that's cool, bro. Oh my God, really? People can't converse these days. We've lost that. It's a lost art, dude. Social media has destroyed people being able to have any form of decent conversation anymore. It's the dopamine hit we watched from the stream the other day, right? It's just your brain has turned to mush because it's used to dopamine hits every 5 fucking seconds when you scroll on your timeline. And having a conversation with somebody requires a level of focus that's not seen in the world today anymore.
You from away, but if you talk to somebody personally, there's a lot of different things, facial reactions. You really got to put up with what you say. You got to mean what you say what you mean.
When having a first kiss, what is more special to you? If it happens spontaneously in the heat of the moment or if the guy asks permission?
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
I would say the heat of the moment.
Okay. What does that say about consent?
I think that there are signals that makes you be like, okay, she's okay with having a first kiss. Like, you don't have to ask because it gets very uncomfortable, I think.
Look at them try to explain the consent logic. Like they can't really. It's, you need to be asking me for consent. You got to get my permission first. But oh wait, a spontaneous kiss. I like that. Okay, explain how the man gets consent. Explain all this.
I think that you know in the moment it's not a...
You know in the no, you don't know because retroactive consent. Bruh. How many men are doing jail time right now for retroactive consent? Bruh. How many men got kicked out of college campuses for retroactive consent? And all it takes is one allegation and that's your ass. One allegation, boys. That's the only chance you get is you gotta know. You just gotta know. That's it. You can feel it in the air. It's a vibe. He's such a Pisces. Bruh.
About consent, it's because it's the feeling of the situation. And yeah.
I think it's more special when it's spontaneous and happens in the moment.
What does that say about consent?
Thanks, Santos.
I know it's a tricky. I know it isn't my case. I know it's tricky, but I mean, if he approaches, you can stop him and say no.
Are men expected to be mind readers?
Yes.
No, but I think you can read body language very good.
I'd prefer no consent because then I just get shy. I don't know. I'd rather them just do it. But consent means respect.
Have you ever wanted a guy to make a move but he wasn't getting your signals?
Yes. Yes.
So what makes you think the opposite isn't true? If you want a guy to make a move but he isn't getting your signals, why would a guy get your signals if you don't want him to make a move?
Why would a guy get me signals if you don't want me to move?
Her brain.
Her
brain.
I don't know. I don't know.
I guess he wasn't feeling self-conscious or confident.
Just take me, daddy. That's what she wants. She wants a Chad to just handle business, lead the interaction, do everything for her while she just sits there with her tattoos everywhere and accepts the blessing that is being a woman. The no pass look. Thanks, brother. Women can't explain the gray area of spontaneity. Exactly. No, they can't. It's a feeling in the moment. You either got it or you don't. And if you don't, your ass is going to prison.
About himself?
Because sometimes guys are not all the way there physically or mentally.
I say that a man can approach
Go for
and you
it,
can.
and if you just read them, try to go for the kiss.
So men are wait.
And then if they like,
that was spontaneous. My question is.
That's not my husband.
Question is. Why would women expect men to read their body language if they all?
What?
Oh hell
That's probably her.
My question is.
That's most likely her man. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt there.
That's not
my question is why would women expect men to read their body language if they also think that men are not good at picking up on body language?
No. You didn't say body language. You said communication. Communication is verbal.
Is body language not part of communication?
Yeah, but nobody is talking to you.
But that's not.
Nobody is talking to you.
Because body language is communication.
Damn, dude. Side note, he's getting too famous to even have these street interviews, man. He's going to have to start going out at night. That was insane. See how many people gathered around him? Shout outs to It's Complicated, bro. You're getting too famous.
Communication.
Communication is verbal.
Okay.
You want to have good communication? We can sit and have a conversation.
Okay, so let's talk about verbal communication.
Yes.
Does no always mean no?
No always means no.
Does yes always mean yes?
Yes always means yes.
It always does?
Always. If I'm saying yes, I am giving verbal consent, yes. No means no, always.
But a woman can't.
You know, and this is the stupid narrative about no always means no. I get what they're saying, and as a man, you need to follow that, especially always, actually, with any woman you don't know well, if that's not your wife or your girlfriend. But there is bedroom play where a woman says no in a playful way, wanting you to do more. It's not a real no, but to make that distinction today, it's very important. It's only with your girlfriend, long term, or your wife, because it can get insanely bad for you if you go on a one-night stand, bro, and she says, I didn't give consent. Careful.
Change her mind.
If I say no and then I say, you know what? I changed my mind. Yeah, I'm down for yes. Then that's a yes. Okay. But yes always means yes, and no always means no.
Okay. But then hold on. But wait, hold on.
See, it's the laugh alone that gets. She's mentioning exactly the situation that she's been in, and most men that have gotten laid have been in, where women tell you no in a playful manner, wanting more.
Hold on. What happens? Hold on. What happens if a woman says yes, but she's drunk?
It just means yes. Listen.
And this is where the strong independent queen, the fembot movement fails, because we know women can't give consent when they're inebriated, when they're drunk, right? Simply put. Okay, if you have no autonomy over your own body because you drank alcohol and society has infantilized you in such a manner, so it's the man's responsibility to see if you are inebriated enough to have sex with or not, because you yourself don't have the mental capacity to do so. How is that female empowerment? How is a man supposed to make that distinction? He's not in your body. He doesn't know if you're blackout drunk. You could look normal. And what is the limits to this? One drink? Some women get absolutely toasted off one margarita. Some women can drink like sailors, dude, and can just down whole bottles of vodka. Be good.
When we're drunk, we are different people.
But it's still yes. But it's still yes.
It doesn't change.
No, but it's still yes.
I agree. No, even if you're drunk. No is a no.
Well, right, but if you're drunk, is yes? So can yes still mean yes? Can you?
Yes.
Okay. So then, if that's the case,
I'm drunk right now.
Where is the line between a clumsy pass and a sexual offense?
I think a lot of it has with the reaction.
Feelings. This is why you can't legislate feelings this way. Feelings, bro. If you don't pipe her down the right way, if you don't have a perfect night, if you don't cuddle with her, if you don't text her the morning after, get proof, you didn't do enough for her fifis. If she regrets her night out with you and doesn't have a good story to tell her girls, or you say something stupid, she can retroactively pull that consent and you're going to prison.
Hang up that computer call. Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantic.
Your name's going to be in the paper and your reputation is going to be dragged through the mud, just like some of these college boys are getting done in these campuses where what is that shit? They got that separate department for how you should behave that basically puts their nose in everything instead of the real police and will kick the kid out of the campus. Unreal, boys. That's what you have to deal with. You better be performing on these one-night stands, because I feel, and the fifis dictate whether or not you could potentially do time in prison or lose your scholarship, get kicked out of your college campus, or worse yet, lose your job. That's all it takes, dude. That's all it takes. Yeah, internal affairs, whatever they call it, dude. They have some stupid woke department in every college campus now.
But I'm a big person. I just feel the vibe. If you don't feel the vibe and if you don't understand social cues, then maybe you should just wait and ask for consent.
Because men can be very, very fucking weird when they get
when they get rejected. Sometimes you cannot reject a man without them literally harassing you.
And that's true. That's a male fragility there in the ego. And it only happens to the nice guys. And any man worth their salt that has any sort of self-esteem and belief in his value does not get upset that a woman denies him in any manner whatsoever, dude. It's because of the outcome independence, the abundance mentality. That guy's got more girls lined up than he has time to deal with. So a woman simply rejecting him, it's just next. I already have a girl lined up, whatever. Don't need to put in effort with you. A man that has no options, he's usually very invested in one woman, the current woman he's talking about, and they could look like beluga whales, bro. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Land willies or not. When you're on a fucking like dry spell, these guys, most of them are nice guys. And the nice guys are trying to lube up the beluga whales. And they fail. And then the nice guy charade ends and you're a bitch. I didn't want you anyway. You're ugly as fuck. Blah, blah, blah. This is why nice guys are not respected in society by women and they, quote, finish last. Everybody from men to women knows they're playing the long game and their niceness is under the guise of getting sex from women eventually. So when they finally get denied outright, that's when the charade is taken off completely and they show you their true side, which is usually very bitter, very angry.
Get the hell out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Okay. Get out! Get out!
And these, by the way, are the real misogynists in society. Not your Tates, not your whoever the fuck else that's up at the tippy top just talking about gender differences. Real misogyny, real men or women haters are most of the nice guys. They're harboring the like nastiest thoughts about women. Trust me, dude. You would too if you sat around with the woman you loved as a friend for years, watching her get banged out by hundreds of dudes, and you're left picking up the pieces every single night, a shoulder to cry on while she falls on another dick the next day. And you're in love with that woman. Nice my ass.
Very fucking weird when they get
Yes, when they get rejected. Sometimes you cannot reject a man without them literally harassing you.
At what point does pursuit become harassment?
When she's already made it verbally known that she doesn't want you around her, she texts you, she doesn't want you to do this, or she's not interested. And if you continue to do that, then it's
wrong. The moment she shows disinterest, you disengage and don't give her any more of your time. A woman will not tell you that she's not interested. She will lead you on for attention, for your time and your resources. She'll keep calling you. She'll keep talking to you. She'll keep leading you on, boys, and keep going out on dates and letting you think that we're just taking it slow. We're just having a grand old time. I really like you. You're different from every other guy I've met. Every other guy I've been really sexually interested in and opened my legs for day one. You're that different. You're that guy. So I'm going to make you wait. And then you never get it because she's going to meet a bad boy that sweeps her off her feet, that she thinks she can change. And then you get ghosted, bro. This girl doesn't talk to you anymore because there's another dick lined up that's actually making her tingle. And you're done for. This is how you lose. That's how that equation goes in real life. While you play it slow to be a gentleman, she's already getting piped down by somebody else she was genuinely attracted to.
harassment because she doesn't want it.
Does no always mean no?
Yes, no always means no.
Does
See, he's a nice guy. He's a little simpy dude.
Bruh. Beta!
He's nice, bro. He got sold on all the Disney bullshit, the fembot stuff. He knows a little bit here and there. He's probably been listening to some podcasts, but he's never put anything in practice. He probably hasn't had that much success. It is what it is, boys. Everybody's got to go through the fire to learn.
Does yes always mean yes? Does no always mean no?
No. You
Does
see?
yes always mean yes?
No.
So how can no always mean no if yes doesn't always mean yes?
Because no means fucking no.
Doesn't yes mean fucking yes?
Bruh.
Sometimes.
So then does sometimes maybe no maybe mean no, and sometimes no maybe mean
Yes means not yes when I want it to mean yes.
Who's better at communication, men or women?
Oh, with women for sure.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
No's more stern. Yes is like you can go either way, but no is like done.
Yes comes as a nicety, and no means no. That's it.
I was in the military, and I've seen a lot of this, where women say yes to begin, and then when they're in captain's mast in trouble because the next morning they regretted it. So that's why men have to be careful and cautious on what they do. And alcohol makes everything worse, so don't even attempt to do it when there's alcohol involved.
Well, how can no always mean no if yes doesn't always mean yes?
Because that's the complication of women, sadly. No one can understand it, but that's the word.
You can understand women very easily. Just takes a little practice, takes a little game, take just body language and them telling on themselves. not all, but most, right, respond to the very same thing. You can get very systematic with things, boys. When you go out in the dating game, you can text a certain way, speak a certain way, behave a certain way, and get certain results all the time with all kinds of women from all social classes. You can treat this shit like a scientific experiment, and you will get very replicable results that other men have gotten. The reason I sit here and tell you do certain things, the reason other men tell you do certain things is because we've done it and it works all the fucking time. It just takes a little implementation. That's all it is. It's not hard to decode women, dude. If you pay attention to how they move, it's almost always all the same. Any of the players in the chat will tell you. It actually becomes depressing when you become successful with women because of how well they all respond to similar, what do you call it? Game, moves, suave, whatever techniques, whatever you want to call it. Dude, it's scary. I've seen this shit in college. It actually becomes depressing for real because it's like, man, am I ever going to meet one that's different? Stimuli, yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, the gender dynamics. Once you see that you could spit the same line in the same kind of game with the same attitude to a woman and they respond 10 out of 10 the same way, dude, and you're starting to craft and hone like the kind of game you employ once you go out and speak to women, and the success you have numbs you as a man. That's the dark side of the red pill because you start becoming jaded also from your success, and you lose your ability to trust women because if it works that easy for you, how easy is it for another man to do the same shit I'm doing is what you start to think. But that leads you down another path. It's understanding that most people are NPC robots, just like fucking straight out of this song, dude, just NPC robots. And you need to understand that there are more to somebody than their looks. You need to look for something like self-awareness, good household, strong relationship with males in their lives, whether it's brothers, fathers, grandfathers, uncles, whoever. You can spot this kind of damage. Like the easiest damage to spot, neck tattoos, boys. You don't have to even know women at all to know. Neck tattoos and face tattoos say there's kind of something wrong up here, right? That's easy to spot. That's them telling on themselves. But there are little minute behavioral details that you can notice on a date with very simple, offhanded comments and questions that you can ask them that essentially tells on themselves if they're good prospects for relationships or not. And you just have to learn what to look for based on, yeah, no extreme piercings. You just have to learn what to look for based on what you want out of your mate long term. I should do a little series on like smart little questions to ask during the date. And depending on the answers you get, you know what kind of person that is. Follow him, guys. Show him some love. You know he's doing good. He got 286,000 subs now.